Uh-huh. What up, what up? We back. Late Night Talks Podcast, episode 4. It's your boy Ballistic.
Bajan.
We here, a lot of topics. We about to get into it. It's going to be a dope episode. I can feel it. Good energy. Good energy.
Very good energy.
Yeah. So the first thing we want to dive into, fresh off the presses, is the new Spider-Man trailer. Let's check that joint out.
All right.
Oh, look at this. This is a good one. Some suggest that Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Stop, come on.
Yes, my spider lord.
Can we just stay up here all day? It is so crazy down there.
That's right, folks. Spider-Man is in fact Peter Parker.
Listen, I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did.
The drones that are yours.
Does any part of you feel relieved about all this?
What do you mean?
Now that everybody knows, you don't really have to hide or lie to people.
For the record, I never wanted to lie to you. But how do you tell someone that you're Spider-Man? Now everybody knows. But this isn't about me. This is hurting a lot of people. I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
So, Peter, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved half the universe together. I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
Okay, Steven.
That feels weird, but I'll allow it.
When Mysterio revealed my identity, my entire life got screwed up. I was wondering if maybe you could make it so that he never did.
Strange. Don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous. Fine. I won't. The entire world is about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Wait, everyone? Can't some people still know?
That's not how the spell works.
So MJ's gonna forget about everything we've ever been through?
Stop tampering with the spell.
Oh my God, Ned, he's my best friend. Oh, my Aunt May should really know.
Stop talking.
What just happened?
We tampered with the stability of space-time. Multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little. The problem is you trying to live two different lives. The longer you do it, the more dangerous it becomes. Be careful what you wish for, Parker. Hello, Peter.
That's the same guy that was,
Yeah.
oh no, right?
No, that was the guy that played Doc in the Spider-Man movies in the early 2000s.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
remember from. Okay.
Nah, but movie looks really crazy. Apparently it comes out December 17th. I don't know why they were saying Christmas. But I gotta go see that on opening day.
Yeah, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the movie after looking at the teaser trailer officially?
Well, see, my mind always goes some other places. So, but as far as just like the symbolism and things of that nature, but you know, for sake of conversation, it looks really, really interesting. There's been a lot of play on time, traveling back in time, and multiverses and dimensions and things of that nature. With other movies as well, you know, some of the X-Men things, and you know, sort of trying to rewrite history and change things, and yeah, I'm sure that it'll do real well, you know. And I watched more of the ones,
Early 2000s.
yeah,
Tobey Maguire.
yeah, more so than the current series. But you know, I'm aware of it.
No, I think the movie, looking at the teaser trailer, it looks really good. You know, graphics, you know, that looks cool. Doctor Strange is gonna be a big part of this movie because it's a multiverse.
Yeah.
And for my people that watch Loki on Disney Plus, Loki is connected to this movie.
Is he?
Because at the end of Loki, Sylvie killed the guy that runs the multiverse, King the Conqueror, and that put the multiverse out of whack. And that messed with the timeline.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
so
gotcha.
if you watch Loki, it's kind of connected to that because that's Doc Ock doesn't exist. before the timeline gets destroyed.
Mm.
So he's coming from the two Maguire timelines.
That's why they have him there. Okay, now
Yeah,
that's
why
cool.
that's why Doctor Strange is there, because he controls the timelines and
Right.
multiverses. That's
Yeah.
his part in the movie.
No, I get that, but I'm saying the reason why the guy from the 2000s is there
Yeah.
is because of the whole.
The multiverse thing. That's everything with Marvel's always connected.
Yeah,
That's why I try to watch every project.
That's cool. Yeah,
I didn't watch the Captain Marvel movie. That I can't get into that, but
yeah.
everything in Marvel's connected. Movie looks really good. Trailer literally just dropped about to say an hour ago, so the internet's going crazy.
Yeah.
But no, I gotta go see that movie on opening day.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. Sounds good.
we got the
Topic-wise.
Sha'carri Richardson comeback race. I forgot the name of the race. I believe it was a couple days ago. She finished dead last in the video, and you can find video footage of the race. She was way behind other people. She got beat by this Jamaican girl. I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
Not
They're like the
discredited.
fastest in the world, right? These Jamaican girls and
Well, U.S. is still on top, but those like girls as individuals, I think she's the new fastest woman with her time.
yeah.
And I don't no disrespect because I don't know her name, but that was great. I just don't know her name. So.
Yeah.
But Sha'carri, she did not look good in her return. This is her first race after her 1 month suspension ban for failing the drug test.
Right.
So, what are your thoughts on that? And, you know how she did, and her interview after the race.
Yeah, we talked about this. I think this may be a great microcosm and a look into something much larger, you know, with this generation as far as social media, notoriety, publicity being more public, and so much coming at you to have you distracted, you know, and you got to really know yourself and you got to stay focused in order to be successful. And I'm saying that because she's so young. She's 21 and she's on a big stage. And, you know, she comes from what appears to be certain background, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And humble beginnings and, you know, and all of that. And she's trying to find her way.
Right.
And so it seems to me she's trying to find her way, but it's on a big public stage more than it may have been, you know, many, many years ago. So it's just interesting to really see it play out in this time, you know, somebody young and so much potential and success.
Yeah.
I was reading, you know, some Twitter stuff and reading the comments behind it.
Yeah, the comments.
And it was so toxic and crazy.
No, it's crazy though.
Yeah, it's
those
like people,
comments on
crazy.
Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Mainly Twitter for me, because that's where I
Yeah.
found out about this. The Twitter comments are crazy. Like, you got people roasting her on Twitter.
Yeah.
A lot of people have switched up, because let's keep this in mind. About 2 months ago, she was, you know, representing the black community. She was the fastest woman in the world. She's about to go to the Olympics.
Right.
Looking likely to win that.
Right.
And then, you know, how far has things turned now? She's finishing last in not a big race, really.
Right. But and so what I'm saying is, like, you gotta really know who you are now, because if you don't, you will lose yourself, and these people tearing you down. They build you up to tear you down. And a lot of people's identity and their value is directly attached to this virtual social media world. And it's generated, and I you know, I understand it in terms of this is their norm. So, but it's crazy. So if she don't know herself, because there's been a lot of her lashing out and, you know, talking and saying this, that, and the third. If she doesn't really know who she is and she allows these people, the noise, to affect her, and if her identity and her success is tied to that in any way in her mind, it could be bad. We'll see.
Hope she bounces back. You know, I never want to see people down on that. You know, I want for her to get back to her top of her game, her craft, and all that.
Sure, absolutely.
All right. Next topic, we have Kendrick Lamar dropping his last album. He announced that a couple days ago. This was maybe last week.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Do you know the name of his album that he was calling it?
I do not. I didn't. You brought this all to my attention. I know he hasn't put out an album in at least 5 years.
He hasn't put music out at least 5.
Yeah, and one of the first things I told you was the plus side is there's something to be said for exclusivity and not oversaturating yourself and overexposing yourself.
Remember how I said it was going to be his last album?
Yeah.
Apparently, breaking news.
Yeah.
I just found this out, so it wasn't breaking news to everybody else. But he made an announcement saying this is gonna be his last album under Top Dog Entertainment, TDE.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he's not retiring. Maybe he's starting his own record own record label, like the Jay-Z's
so
and the Drakes.
he met his obligation for his albums
with Top Dog.
Whatever the deal was. How many albums he put out? Like 3, 4?
This maybe would make it 4.
4, right? Yeah. So I guess it's like maybe it was a 4-album deal or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe that changes how we look on it. Maybe it's not his last album ever. Maybe it's just his last album under that label. He's gonna start his own label like the Drakes and
right.
Just said.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that changes the conversation a little bit potentially. What else we got on the spicy topics?
OnlyFans are banning explicit content.
Hey yo.
All right.
I did not know that Twitter was not only so toxic, but that it was so X-rated.
Twitter's the most toxic app.
But I didn't know it was X-rated. I didn't even, because Twitter's like broad open right in your face as far as anything you post and you tweeting it right there. So I didn't even know that was even possible. I'm always getting tweeted all of this stuff from these broads, and I gotta block them. And I seen in the comments from somebody else, which was actually female. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is not just me, obviously. But chicks is like, 30 for footage, 80 to meet up and all this and that. Like they only like the pimps is out of business. The bros took their career into their own hands. So I'm just saying that because you're talking about OnlyFans, and the Twitter and all that.
They're banning explicit content.
Is interconnected.
I think they're banning it October, starting October. So these girls got a couple more months to make that money. They got to start applying to McDonald's.
Yo, I don't know why are they banning it.
No, because I think
why now?
You got to think like from a business standpoint. They don't want to be having like porn content on their page to bring in like investors and advertisers to bring in more money.
I get it.
And then you have a couple people like the OnlyFans model speaking about it, saying how they feel OnlyFans betrayed them and all that, because why they're doing it now. Like you're taking a lot of people's jobs. Like that's what one girl said, and I'm like, bro, do not care they taking jobs, but he cares about making his money. He's a millionaire.
The one that owns the platform.
Yeah, the one that owns the platform.
Yeah,
platform.
It seems like Twitter is like the entry point to that, because girls is promoting there, and then you can go over there and it's a lot of simps all in the comments and weirdos.
Someone's having sex on Twitter, really.
I know. This is what I'm saying. Everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I didn't even know you could do this on Twitter. How do you do this?
Like bro could be clapping it and you just see it.
And I'm like, how? There's no censorship on Twitter. I did not know this.
No, they show it like, do you want to see it? Then you hit click yes or no. You keep scrolling.
Twitter is crazy. I'm not new to it. I've been on there forever, But I'm on certain platforms more than others or whatever. And but this is something that started happening more recently. Like I'm getting all of these notifications and I gotta block them. I'm like, yo, these chicks is like basically on there soliciting and hustling and whatever. I get it, but I'm like, nah, I don't need all that. Yo, Twitter's crazy.
Yeah, with the OnlyFans ban, you have a lot of guys like, yes, like a lot of these guys that watch these dudes that are so-called alpha males and all that. They're saying yes, yeah, dumb bimbo, go get a real job now.
Oh, so for the dudes that's on OnlyFans too?
Yeah. Now, my one question is, for the dudes that buy these girls OnlyFans, where's your money gonna go now?
Right.
Where's your money gonna go now?
I listen.
Man, I can't. There is dudes spending over thousands of dollars on a girl's OnlyFans. You can see that in person.
I see, and I keep referencing Twitter because I've never been on OnlyFans, right? Obviously, but I keep referencing Twitter because, again, it's the entry point. It's interconnected. So I'm seeing OnlyFans, the preface to it on Twitter, and so the one girl's got these prices and this and that, and people like, that's bogus. And I see somebody in the comments like, don't you do it? Don't y'all men do it? Telling the simp dudes like, I'm like, yo, but for every market there's people for it. You know what I mean? And not only is the game to be sold, not told, but there's some other things to be sold as well, and it's people that's willing to buy. So yeah, now OnlyFans, that's gonna flip everything on its head.
Yeah,
man.
I think OnlyFans, it might take a huge hit in like how much money it makes though.
Yeah, but I'm saying
that was a lot of their content.
The girls in them on there, I wouldn't even think about the dudes, but
no, the girls.
This
is gonna go to the next platform that allows porn or nudity content.
Where they going? They going to TikTok?
Nah, TikTok.
Is that what it
Yo,
is?
man, TikTok.
Is they migrating to TikTok?
No, man. TikTok took down like 4 of my posts when I did nothing against their guidelines. TikTok's strict, man. No. I've heard someone say they might go to Twitch.
Yeah, I'm vaguely familiar with Twitch.
Yeah.
I haven't been on there or anything, but I've seen other people that that be on there. You know, the academics of the world, and who else was I watching that was on there? I think Schoolboy Q was playing some exclusive musical in there, but I saw that through YouTube, so I'm just familiar with Twitch from afar. I know that it's a big gaming platform and all that. A lot of gamers be on there, so yeah, Twitch might work.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Get to our next topic.
Yeah.
How social media can affect your mental health / your mind.
Yeah.
Well, let me start off with social media.
Yeah.
Social media, at some points, it's affected me mentally. I like to admit that. I don't want to admit, I'm perfect. Oh, it's never affected me,
Yeah.
At some points, it has. It really has,
I appreciate the transparency, yeah.
But it hasn't drove me to the point where, harming myself. It's bringing me sadness because I'm like, I want to be like this person, or, maybe I can never be that. But
right. Find yourself comparing.
Yeah, find yourself comparing to somebody else.
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago. Got over that, When you realize, you shouldn't have to compare yourself.
Exactly.
But with social media, it can affect your mental health because you're seeing people post all their great moments, posting everything that's going good. Yeah. That you're like, I don't want to be like that, My life, sometimes you compare like, my life sucks, They're doing great,
Yes.
But they're only showing you what's going great. No one shows on social media what's going bad, like, if you're going through something like that. They only show you when they're doing great or having fun.
And sometimes when they show you that they're doing great, they're not really doing great either. It's just all...
It's a facade.
Yes. Yeah.
Did I use that right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I've never used that word before.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, facade.
So that's the thing about it that, I think it's important to really to discover and know yourself within. It's like you're letting people that you don't know in a virtual space like really, really affect you, like you internalizing that. Like for me, it's hard to really grasp that, but I know it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? I come from a time where like you had to be who you said you was, and what you saw is what it was. You know what I mean? So everything was more real and tangible, and it was a little rougher. You know what I'm saying? In a good way though, because that builds you up and allows you to be able to deal with and navigate life much better. And I think that now, a lot of the kids you hear all this about being soft and so emo and all this stuff, and I think maybe that's a byproduct too of their parents sort of wanting to give them better than what they had, which is obviously, very commendable. But then you lose something in that. There's a give and take, and the hardships allow you to go through the fire and be polished, and equips you in a certain way to deal with life, because life isn't easy by any means, as far as life is life, and being able to deal with life on life's terms, and things that come at you, the curveballs, and being able to roll it off your shoulder, and just, experiences and things you go through build you up and allow you to do that and give you a certain perspective and an outlook and understanding that way. So I think all of that ties into, social media affecting a lot of young people's mental health, you know what I'm saying? And, them wrongfully comparing themselves and, because it's never what it appears to be, and
never is.
Right. And people have to understand that you are enough. You are enough as you are. You know what I'm saying? You've been uniquely made. You're divine. You're special. And in your own way. And that's enough. You know what I mean? But there's so much noise and there's so much smoke screens and mirrors that come that it can be tough, especially for younger people that are trying to find their way and find themselves. And they have to try to find themselves within this space, of social media and stuff. They have to do that simultaneously. That could be tough. You know what I'm saying? It could be tough, man. So, yeah, Yeah.
I agree with all that.
Yeah. But you know, and we've had conversations, you know, and I try to pump these things to you and give you positive reinforcement and like not just tell you things because, you know, I'm your dad and giving you fluff, but like just the real. You know, I think one of the greatest things, the greatest travesties is when we can't see ourselves accurately and see us the way that other people see us, or see the star in us that other people see in us. You know what I mean?
Say that all the time.
Yeah, it's the great, you know, it's one of the greatest travesties to me, and it's a dangerous space to be in because people will try to take advantage of you. A lot of people will know your potential and they won't do anything to advocate for it. They'll relish in you going in circles of, you know, being in your own way perhaps, because they're not where they want to be, and people are always comfortable with you being where they are or under, but never above, or the prospects of you being above. So, you know, that's just never a good thing, man. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say on that.
Agree 100%.
Yeah.
All right, now our last topic of the podcast is how to find your purpose.
Wow. You know, what's been great is that a lot of these topics have sort of segued into each other organically. You know what I mean? They've tied in a really cool way.
I like how they flowed together.
Yeah, they've tied in a good way.
Do you want to start off with this?
Sure.
You say to me finding your purpose a lot, you know, off camera, all that.
Yeah. Your purpose is everything. We as human beings have a burning desire, and our identity, our existence is directly tied to and connected to our purpose. You know, why are we here? We have all of these questions. Your journey through life, the quality of your existence versus you can be alive but not living, and it's all tied to your purpose, because when you understand what you're here for and you're walking actively in that, everything falls into its place. When you get up every day, the prospects of the day, you start from a much positive, more optimistic, promising place. So your energy's different. You know what I mean? You're moving different. And you're able to, again, navigate the negatives of life, the hardships, everything. You know what I mean? When you understand your purpose, and you're able to stay focused, you're able to give the best of you to the world, to other people. You're able to impact and touch and inspire and all of that. So, and that's the full circle of it. You are fulfilled by walking in your purpose. You give the best of you to other people. You inspire them, and you're doing the work. And it's just a reciprocated cyclical thing. So that is really the nuts and bolts of it, the meat and potatoes of our existence here. You know, is to really tap into our purpose. We all have one. You know, I really think a lot of times your purpose is directly tied to what you do naturally easy, what isn't work for or hard for you to do. You know, and then taking that and trying to nurture and cultivate it in a way that you can be sustained from it, right? To do that and do what you love, and you're not working at all. And then again, touch and inspire other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know, I'm big on that. My whole campaign and everything is about purpose. And the more that I've come to understand about my purpose, I just try to push that to other people and be a bearer of good news in that way, to say, hey, you can be great too. It's a choice. You are great. You are special. You are unique. You do have a purpose. Begin begin the process of self-discovery to discover it if you have it. And if you know what it is, get back on it and get the ball rolling and walk in it. You know what I mean? And you will discover so many other things about you, because it all comes back to you at the end of the day. Inside, you will discover so much more that is beyond words, that become bigger than your initial purpose, because your ultimate purpose is to understand that I am all, and I am part of the all, and that all happens because your purpose trickles the breadcrumbs along your path and causes you to continue to pick up and walk and go, and then these other things become revealed to you, and it's beyond words. So that's what I would say.
For me, finding your purpose, I'm still looking. I'm not gonna say I found it yet.
Yeah.
I have a couple career paths I hopefully want to get into in the future.
Yeah.
I've talked about.
But my hope would be, my hope would be to try to facilitate you discovering it sooner, so that you can begin to go into it and you don't necessarily have to go through, you know, some of the bumps and things that I've had to go through to get there. You know, I wouldn't trade much of it. I understand it is what it is, and it's all part of my story, and it's part of the triumph, and it's part of the testimony, really. You know what I mean? But me knowing what I know now, I'm trying to give you the cheat code, like, yo, boom, 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 boom. But it's about trying to empower yourself and do what you love as a job, to where you're not working. You know, if somebody's working a job, a 9 to 5, quote unquote, and they love what they're doing, cool, they good. But I'm saying working a job for the sake of just, you know, surviving and paying a bill, and the rudimentary, mundane, cyclical thing that a lot of people are caught up in, that ain't living. That ain't what's up. You know, when you go into a job as a means to an end, but you don't really enjoy it.
You don't feel fulfilled.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, a lot of people would say, well, you know, go to college, go this and that. You do that if it's necessary, a means to an end, to facilitate your purpose. But that does not have to be what somebody does, you know, because the one thing that's guaranteed out of that is debt. That's the guarantee. You know what I'm saying? So, but if it's part of it, absolutely. You know, everything has its place. But the main thing is to find your way and to ultimately find your purpose and to do what you love and be fulfilled, whatever that requires. You know what I'm saying? So, anything else you wanted to add?
Nah, you covered it greatly. You know?
Okay.
I just said
I'm
still looking for mine.
I'm passionate about it, yeah.
No, you're passionate about it because you're walking through it. You're living your path right now.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I let you take over this, because, you know,
Yeah.
I'm still looking for mine, and you've been a great example of, you know, giving me all the help you can give, because knowing what you went through, all the hardships and all that. So I respect you for that. So.
Wow, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't got nothing else on it. You covered that perfectly. So.
Yeah.
I think we can wrap it up here.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
You know, I think the common thread on this episode has been about what everything is about, which is self and inward. Look inward. You know, that's where the answers are. And whether it's in relation to, you know, your self-identity, your worth, in relation to social media, in relation to your purpose, in relation to naysayers, you know, with Sha'carri Richardson and the noise, you know what I'm saying, and the chatter and all of that, any of it, you know what I'm saying, it all comes back to self, you know what I mean, and I'm a big proponent of that, and you know, there's a lot of external noise, external stimulants, and a lot of people seek things externally, whether it's for validation, self-worth, approval, you know, external, all of that, you know, whether it's people, things, money, all of that, you know, and it's all inside. So that's what I would say has been a common thread today on every topic that we've talked about. So, yeah, much love to everybody. Be great, it is a choice. And visit strandediam.com. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Give us feedback. You want to be a guest on the show, hit us up. We got some guests coming up. Really excited about that. And we're just going to continue to keep vibing and clicking it together. And, you know, it's all about the love and the fun, man.
Right. Also, follow us on our official TikTok page.
Ah, there you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's spearheading that.
Follow us on TikTok at LateNightTalks.podcast.
Okay.
I haven't posted on there in a couple weeks.
We'll put that on the screen.
We'll put that in the description.
Yeah.
Follow us. Hey, we'll follow you back. Comment, like the videos, get us out there on that platform.
Yeah. And continue to spread the love and positivity. You know, solely Coney to a negative individual. You feel me?
All right.
Signing off.
We out.
Yeah.